gonna be fun.
We'll see.
We'll see. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Alright.
Something's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Theme song, theme song, theme song. It's just picking up from the computer speakers.
You don't think it's not picking up from the mics?
No.
At all?
I don't think so. I don't know. Who cares?
Well, I see it barely moving, so I must be doing something.
It's.
You're a little cranky.
I'm not.
You are too.
No, I'm not. Theme song, theme song, theme song, theme song, theme song. When life gives you wife fucking.
I used to always get to say that, but Joy just takes it from me now. She doesn't even let me say it anymore. I don't want to anyway.
I figured not. You don't do any of your other jobs. Why would you do this one?
What other jobs don't I do?
Do you take notes?
Yeah.
Do you have notes?
I have 5.
Oh, fuck you and the asshole.
So, I want to start with, the other day, I had an adventure.
Okay.
What was it? I dropped one of the, I don't know if it was Monday, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it might have been the weekend, too. So I drop off one of the kids doing something. No, you know what? It was weekend. I did something, and I go, you know what? I'm going to go grocery shop real quick. So we have we have a bunch of shit we need. So I'm right by that grocery outlet place that's new, and I was like, you know what? Sometimes they have good prices. I'll go see what they have. And I grabbed a couple things, and I got in my car. And I was like, I'll stop by Walmart. I'll load up the rest of the stuff, then I'll go home. I'll be home by 11. Everything's going to be great. And I go inside, and I get everything, and I go out to go to my car, and I press my fob, and my fob is not working. So what the hell? I'm pressing unlock, it's not working. Pressing lock, it's not working. I start pressing unlock again, and it starts honking like I'm locking it. Boom, boom. It will not unlock, it will only lock. So I'm on, what the fuck? So, you couldn't help me.
No.
So I'm like, okay, maybe the battery's dead or dying. So I walk back inside the Walmart with all my groceries that I've just spent all my money on. And there's still groceries in the car too. I walk back in the grocery store, or in the Walmart. I buy a battery and a little screwdriver set so I can open the back of my little key fob. I do it, put a new battery in it. Cool, walk out there. Same thing, nothing. It's only locking, it will not unlock. No matter what I do, no matter what button I push, it will not unlock, it will only lock. So now I'm like, well, fuck. And then all of a sudden, I go to get my phone, it died. So now I have no way to charge my phone. I can't get in my car. I got groceries in my car, groceries in my bag.
You can't just put the key in the car?
No. Somebody tried to break into my car. I cannot turn the tumbler.
Even on the other side?
Hondas only have one.
Oh.
Driver door only.
Okay.
So now I'm dead phone. Can't get in the tumbler because the door thing's dead because some asshole tried to break in my car. I have no key fob. And I have no way to charge my phone. So now I walk back in with my groceries again. I buy a charger. I walk over to one of the empty freaking self-checkouts that's closed. And I find a plug and I sit down. I just start charging. I'm going to call AAA and have them, there's nothing else I can do. As soon as I sit down, my phone, I just turn it on. It gets like 2%. I just turn it on. And I hear someone go, "Don't let anybody in here." And I turn around and it's Fiorella.
Nice.
And I go, "Holy shit." And she goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, so we start talking. She goes, "I never come to this Walmart. We just happened to be on this side of town. We needed something." And she had her grandbaby and her little grandbaby and her, the boy and his lady was there. I don't know anything
Her
about
son.
it. Yeah, her son and his lady.
Okay.
So I'm talking to her and she's all, "Well, we're going to be here for a while. The kids can walk around and shop. I'll take you back to your house if you have a spare key." So I had Fiorella drive me back home, offload the groceries I had because I hadn't hit right.
Uh-huh.
I throw them all to Brody, and then I get the spare fob, the spare key, jump back in the car, go back, works fine, no problem. Now my car's fine. But that key fob does not work anymore.
Damn, sucks to be you.
Yeah, so that was my adventure.
That was a good adventure.
That was my key fob adventure.
Uh-huh.
And then I went and got food. And no, where was I? No, it was a gas station. I was getting gas, and I pulled up and I got out, and some dude just gets out of his car and just fucking shakes his leg and fires one off. I'm like, are you fucking for real right now? Like, and it wasn't a little one.
It was like the FedEx guy when I walked by.
Yeah, it was like, brah! And I was like, whoa, why did that guy just do that? And I was like, it was a pretty good one, though. And then, yeah, see, I said, the dude got out of his car and straight roasted one. That was what I put. That was my
Good
note.
job. Good note.
Oh, and then when I was at the grocery outlet, so when you walk in, one of the walls, like, you walk first wall, you walk around, and, you know, on the wall it's all, be healthy, eat healthy. It's like this big old thing of be healthy, and it's this whole wall of nothing but healthy type food. And you look on the other aisle across the way, it's nothing but the junk food. I'm like, so which, just kidding.
Right.
We don't want you healthy, we're just kidding.
We just want your money.
Right? So, that was my adventures.
Those were your 5 notes.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you right now. I don't want to tell you.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
It's your turn. Go.
So, I don't I mean, I have a lot, but I'm tired, so fucking, I don't know. I slept so hard on the couch today when you took your lunch nap and I took the lunch
I
nap.
know you were sleeping good.
I need it. I'm
You're on,
going.
You're on
So,
E.
I'm on E. So, Sunday I went and did the Comedy Store, the goddamn Comedy Jam, when it was the 10-year anniversary.
Awesome.
It was a fucking blast. Josh Wolf, he's always super
Josh
good.
Wolf is so funny.
He's so good, and his wife Beth, I love them together.
Yeah.
And it was their anniversary a while ago, and Josh like posted pictures, and I was like, oh my god, I love you too, happy anniversary. And Beth's like, we love you too. And I was like, thanks, Beth. And it was fun. Maz was there. He did Coming in the Air Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Collins.
And it was cool because he fucking like dressed in like a seersucker like suit. It was fucking cool. And Melissa Villaseñor was there, and that was cool seeing her. It was
Is that the first time you met her?
No, I actually massaged her.
Is she nice?
She's very nice.
She seems very nice. She's
But-
good at impressions.
And then Adam Ray was there. And Adam and I didn't realize like really how long Adam and I have known each other.
Right, and for those of you who don't know Adam, he also does the Dr. Phil guy character on like Kill Tony, and he has his own show called Dr. Phil, and even Dr. Phil, the real Dr. Phil, endorses this guy.
Yeah.
He's so good at it.
And he does it at the Comedy Store, and then he posts it later on YouTube. You can watch it, and he's just a
He's
super
funny.
super nice guy. And I've met him doing the goddamn Comedy Jam, and he was like, Joy, he's like, how long have you been doing the Comedy Jam? And I was like, fuck. I was like, pre-pandemic. And I was like, I was doing it when it was at the Roxy. I was doing it before you and I were like big in the Comedy Store.
Right.
Like, I've been doing it. I was doing it, and I was like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years, I think. And I was like, I was there when it was in the Roxy, and he's like, fuck. And he's like, I was like, yeah. And then,
That's cool.
so the very end of the goddamn Comedy Jam, which I highly suggest you guys, if you can ever get to one, they are so much fun. We all go out at the very end, and we all sing a song. And at the very end, Josh like started, he's like, it's the 10-year anniversary, and he's like, and then he like pointed everyone out, and at one point he pointed me out, and he's like, this is Joy, she's my massage therapist, I fucking love her. And I was like, dude, that's cool. I don't know, I have this weird cough right now.
That is cool.
And then the next night was the Shimmy Ya.
Back to back.
Yeah, and it was, and then Adam, I was like, hey, if you ever want me for like the Dr. Phil show, and he's like, yes. And I met his wife, and his wife was like, yes. And I was like, fucking cool, because if you get the
Right.
endorsement from the wife, it's better.
And that's like a big show right now. People come in there.
And so then we do the shimmy, and it was once again super fun, super amazing. But the sound guy, there's a sound guy there, his name is Danny Lucas. He's
Great
super
dude.
awesome. He is in a band called the Zeros, and he's just a super, super good guy.
It's an old school band that is still rocking it.
Right, and he's just an old school fucking punk rocker. Like when he does the Zeros, he wears this bright pink fake mohawk. It's just fun. So anyways, Danny comes up, and we always fist bump, and he's like, hey, and I was like, hey, and he's like, hey, why don't you fucking ask for time? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, Joy. And he's like, stop being a fucking pussy. And I was like, he's like, it's fucking Josh. Like, he loves you. And I'm like, eh. So anyway, throughout the night, okay, so to get to the sound booth at the Comedy Store in the main room, you have to climb up all these stairs, and you have to climb through this fucking tiny hole to get to the crow's nest. And it's a pain in the ass.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's a pain in the
I'm
ass.
gonna go check it out one day. I'll have that Danny let me check it out one day. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. All of them will. And anyways, so I'm all, okay. And so, but normally when he's up there, he stays up there because it's a pain in the butt. So he ends up coming into the green room like 3 times.
Damn.
Sitting on the couch just staring at me. And you could almost hear his whole time going, pussy, pussy, pussy.
What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
So then the end of the night, he comes back and he like, you know, kind of like does this, like, did you ask? And I was like, And then so Josh is paying Danny, and Danny goes, hey, Josh, you know what you need to do? And Josh is like, what? And he's like, you need to give our girl some time. And Josh is like, oh shit, Joy. He's like, I'll throw you up for 5 minutes the next one. And I was like,
okay. Jeez, I forgot you did that. I thought you just rep people.
And then, so lately, I've been going through, I have so many bits, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of material. And then, like, even shit doing just like this in the podcast, stuff comes up. Funny fucking shit. Like, fucking Dr. Hong Kong.
Right.
Like, all of this stuff that's happened is just like, I'm like, dude, I actually have a shit ton of material. Which is super cool. But anyway, so then,
That is cool.
at the very end of the night, Jelly Roll shows up, right? So they're like, oh, let's all go into the back bar. The VIP bar. And I was talking to Naomi, who's like my friend now. She's one of the security guards, fucking badass. And so she's like, come on, Joy. And she's like, some things happened that night. I don't want to even get into it. But she was like, you need to go talk to this person. And then same thing. Naomi's like, you're a pussy, you're a pussy. And she's like, go. And I'm like, So there is a picture in the back bar. And it's Adam Ray, Jelly Roll, Brad Williams, and Josh Adam Myers. And if you look between Brad and Jelly Roll, you see this swath of blue.
That's me.
It's my jeans. Because they're all, they're like, hey, let's take a picture. And I just panicked, so I ducked. So I'm like ducking behind them so I don't ruin their picture.
That's hilarious.
But it was...
I was in that picture right there.
I was like, that was me.
You want my autograph?
Right. But it was... And then I still haven't introduced myself to Jelly. Oh, and then I won't say who. But...
You'll tell me off air, though.
Yes, little drama king. So at...
Yeah.
My gossip girl.
Thank you.
So we're talking, and somebody in the room was trying to convince Vinny, the bartender that night, to turn the songs to Spice Girls. And she's like, let's turn it to Spice Girls. I want to listen to Spice Girls.
Okay.
But there was a song playing, and Vinny goes, hey, let's let this song finish. And she goes, this song fucking sucks. It was a Jelly Roll song.
Ouch.
He was right there. And he goes, hey. And she was all, fuck. And it was, me and Naomi fucking cried.
I bet. I would have freaking weak-kneed.
Oh, I was sitting, thank God. And Naomi and I just like made eye contact, and I was like,
That's like your Tommy Lee story.
Yeah.
That's an equal. You can go to that person now and be like, I know how you feel.
So then and I so understand it. She was like, I have to go. She's like, I just fucking, she's like, I ostracized myself. I'm so fucking embarrassed. And I fucking get it. So then she was walking, and she's like, I gotta go. And so she's leaving, and then Jelly Roll gave her a hug, and she's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, no. He's like, next time we'll play Backstreet Boys, and you and I will say, like, he was super cool about it.
Funny.
But she was super embarrassed, which I get. Like, you know.
She's still thinking about it today.
It's just like me. Exactly.
Why did I call that guy Bob?
It's just like, your name's Tommy? Oh, my God. Or you're a drummer? Oh, my God.
Just a couple of years.
You're a drummer? And I did the whole drive home when I did that with Tommy Lee. The whole drive home, I kept going, You're a jammer. You're a jammer. I was like,
Oh my
fucking
God, I
Joy,
do
you're
shit
so
like that.
stupid.
I do shit like that.
And then I was like, oh. It's like, your name's Tommy, isn't it? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, hey, my name's Dumbass. Very nice to meet you, sir.
Not the same. Like when I was a little kid and I was talking to that football player, that pro football player. His name was Fred Dreyer. He was in that show Hunter back in the day in the 80s. He was a retired, NFL player. And I walk up. I had my pads and stuff to go to practice, and they were filming that show, the pilot, right there in front where we were. And he was just sitting in his little, director type chair, sitting out there all by himself. And I was walking by him pushing my bicycle with my shoulder pads and helmet. And he goes, hey, you guys play a little football? I go, yeah. It's just, it's Friday. It's the day before the game, so we're just walking through, I was all talking it up like I know what's up. He's like, yeah, that's cool. I used to play a little football. I was like, that's cool. I talked to him for about 10 minutes, right? We had this full conversation, me and Fred Dreyer. No one else around, just him and I. And I walk away, and all the kids show up, and all our kids are like all antsy and tripping and like getting all excited and shit. And I'm like, what? And they're like, dude, that's fucking Fred Dreyer, fucking football fucking legend. And I'm like, oh. I just talked to that guy for like 10 minutes. They're like, no, I'm like, yeah, we're friends. So yeah, I made an ass out of myself too.
Yeah, I numerous times. Let's see. So yeah, that was fun, and then we're just right now. I feel like we're just playing catch up. Oh, okay. I do know this though. So I was massaging my friend Brad Williams, and I am name dropping because I fucking love him, and I love his wife, and I love his daughter, and they are just amazing, beautiful people. And Brad's like, dude, I've gotten massages where I live. And he's like, they're just not as good as you. And I'm like, oh, I know. So I'm massaging him on the chair. And out of nowhere, he's like, hey. And there was like, a room full of us. And he said, if money was not an object or an issue, you could have any movie prop that kind of fits on your mantle. Because at first he said any movie prop, and I was like the DeLorean for John, because I'm a fucking badass wife.
Yeah, you are.
I'd also want
that shit parked in the garage.
I'd also want the Batmobile, though.
We'd be doing 88 everywhere.
I want to do the Batmobile, too. But anyway, and he's like, something that'll kind of fit on your mantle, what would it be?
Okay.
Justine Marino, who is also an amazing comic and friend of mine, she was like the heart of the ocean, because she is addicted to the Titanic movie, and she has a freaking Franny's here. So John said that he knew his answer, and I told him to wait.
So my answer would be, well, one, I thought of another one, but one for sure would be Lazy Boy. If you don't know who Lazy Boy is,
The
basketball.
Okay.
Because that movie, I love that freaking movie. It's one of my favorite of all-time funny movies. And that ball is like the iconic ball of, that's his ball. Lazy Boy made it out of Lazy Boy. So, I think that would be the one I'd put on.
Okay.
That would be definitely one.
And that's funny, because I said the typewriter in Misery.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, we just stared at our dog for like
weird. Our dog was in here doing stupid
She's so
shit.
fucking cute.
So that's interesting. That's what I would do.
And then all I have is we adulted again last night, and that's why we're doing it. And we went and did trivia. We brought Brody Odie Oxenfree.
Right. If anybody wants to do trivia, you should go check it out over if you're in Santa Clarita. Pocock Brewery has an awesome Wednesday night trivia. We sit there with a bunch of friends and try to remember our answers.
Yeah. And John, let's just say John's 10% gay. Love you, Brody. We love you, Brody Steven. Brody Steven.
I didn't know I was 10% until I met Brody.
Exactly.
Until he talked about the 10%.
We're not stealing his joke. We just love him, and it's an homage to him.
And it was quite funny.
And Brody Stevens would always say that he was 10% gay. And John's 10% gay came out so hard last night when John answered the rom-com there was questions before I could answer them. The categories
was of rom-coms, and I nailed like 5 of them.
John was just all blam, 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 and I was all...
Even my friends that I play disc golf with were looking at me like, hey man.
You okay?
You good?
is Joy going to be okay when you leave her? Is Joy going to be okay?
So yeah, so that was my tip.
And how cool is that like my friend from work gets along with
My friends.
Yeah, I love that.
Right, and
I
these
love
are
that.
new friends that I've met over the last couple years, so they're really good people.
And I just love that Janelle fit in, and then Janelle's ex-boyfriend, he fit in.
Is that your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
I thought they were still together. I mean, I thought they were together.
They still.
They touched.
Yeah.
Stuff. They touched things.
But it was weird when he came in. Jeff, your friend Jeff, hugged him, and I was like, I thought they knew each other. But
Jeff's a hugger.
Jeff's a good guy.
Jeff's a great dude.
That was funny too. He was talking about he hiked Mount Whitney, and apparently John has to tell me I have to remind myself to fix my face a lot because my face just puts what I'm thinking on it. And I'm looking at him and he's talking about climbing and I'm going like this and he's like, I'm sorry, am I offending you? I was like, yes. Why? Ew.
Why are you working so hard?
It sounds so stupid and ew. But it was funny. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't fix my face. I am the perfect person who needs Botox. Because my face just is...
Remember when I had half face Botox for like a year?
Yes.
Look, they both moved now, I think.
They do. Good for you.
It took a year.
Good
Fucking
job.
year for that swelling to go away. Good times.
And then, yeah, that's about all I've got. I don't have very much right now. I'm just...
Yeah, we gotta get caught back up.
Yeah, we gotta get there.
We're just hanging on by a thread. Just like you guys listen to us, just hanging on. Listen to us for 3 minutes. Just listen to us long enough to get our listen up.
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes.
Just hang on, guys.
Yeah, hang in there.
You're
We'll get
doing
better.
it. We're proud of you. We're so proud of you.
Thanks for putting up with us, Ish.
Oh, and that's another thing. Okay, last thing.
What'd you do?
So my glasses broke. My prescription sunglasses broke seconds before we were leaving for Vegas. And then my other glasses broke. And I was like, damn it. So, I was like, okay, it's time. So I went to American Best to go get them. And the doctor was like, well, when was the last time you had your eyes checked? And I was like, the fucking last time I was here, I don't know, which was 2017.
It's the biggest spider I've ever seen.
Where?
He's right there by the wheel. He's right.
Okay.
Right. There.
Did it move?
Yeah. He took off.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway.
So I go, and the doctor's like, oh, your eyes haven't changed since 2017. And then she looks at me, and she's like, good job. Like, I fucking did something, and I'm all...
Thanks. I've been working really hard to strengthen my eyes.
I go, thank you? And then I'm all, you're doing a good job, too. And she looked at me, and I was like, yeah, now both of us are confused on what the fuck to say.
So I was thinking about this. If you were... would you rather be born blind, or would you rather go blind?
I don't know. I don't even want to think about that.
I think I would rather go, though, because you already know what colors and all that. If
I
you're
don't
born
wanna
that way,
know.
you wouldn't know.
I don't want to know.
I do.
I don't even want to think about
I
that.
do.
Anyway, you ruined my story. So it takes them 10 days. My glasses finally are in, and I was like, they're like, and while I was picking out my glasses, I'm sending John all of these pictures. John's not responding. Thank goodness some girl was like, do you need help? And I'm like, fucking yeah. So anyway, I go and I pick them
You
up.
could have put on trash can lids. I would have been like, they look great, babe.
Yeah, I know. Love you. Yeah, the only thing you criticize is my comedy. That's fun.
Well,
The only thing you have an opinion on is my comedy.
just because I want you to do good.
But it's okay if I look stupid with glasses.
You can't help that.
Anyway, so I go and I put on my 2 new sunglasses, and because I got 4 pair. And then I put on my 1 frames, and I'm like, cool. And then she hands me these pair, and they're gray.
Like old lady.
Yeah, just round gray. And I'm looking at them.
She's, I'm sorry.
And I put them on. They're my prescription. They fit. I take them off. And it's been 10 days, so I'm like, is there something wrong with me? And I'm looking at them. And I put them on. I'm like, no, that's my prescription. Take them off. And I was like, well, fuck, I got the other pair that's super cute. And then finally the lady's looking at me after a while, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm all, I don't see me, and I'm all me, getting a regular pair of just plain ass gray sunglasses.
Old lady.
And she goes, yeah, because she's looking at the 2 pairs of sunglasses. The one other pair of glasses, they're purple. And she's like, yeah. So then she goes in the receipt and she's like, oh, it says tortoiseshell pink. And I'm all, that sounds more like me. And so they got my glasses wrong. But I almost didn't say something, and I almost came home with gray hair. I know, fucking pussy. That is the name of this episode, Joys of Pussy. Joys of
Thanks
Pussy.
for checking us out. Go check out things.
Click subscribe.
Yep.
I don't know why I've got this weird cough.
Do things.
Goodbye.
Good day. Enjoy the rest of your week.